Right, I am live, and you won't believe me. Zibo and the rest of the guys are sitting upstairs, and they still working. I'm just going to start setting up, get going. If there's going to be another fix, so be it. Otherwise, hello Rob, hello. I've got some nice coffee here. I hope you guys have got coffee because these test flights, hello Tommy, these test flights are unpredictable. I was sitting with Zibo and Sasso just now, and they already found 2 or 3 other bugs. Can you believe it? It's just like, but it's these small little things. I promise you, when they start talking, sometimes it gets over my head as well, and I just enjoy the ride. Hey Kev, thanks for the advertisement there, buddy. Um, I'm literally sitting looking at Zibo and Sasso and the guys upstairs. I swear there's going to be another fix shortly because when I was there just now, they already found like 2 or 3 other bugs. Man, it's unreal, unreal. But we love it, don't we? it is, it is. I tell you, I've longed for the old days for quite some time. You know, when Explain 12 was just released and things started to slow down, and Explain and Laminar had to find their feet, and we were all doing other things. It became, a bit worrying there at one stage for me, and then now to be back in the swing of things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, let's quickly talk about the known bug. There's 2 known bugs. I'll share something with you while we're sitting and just buying some time. In the version that you guys have now, that is 6.9. Okay, there seems to be a reverser problem. Okay, and it seems to be guys with Bravo throttle quadrants. Now I've got one and mine works, so I'm going to share with you how mine works. Maybe that's an option for you. You can just switch over and use it the same way. And then the other thing was no top of descent. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Let's start with the throttles and the reversers. There you go. So on the throttles, the Bravos, as you can see here, there are 2 button switches hidden inside of the unit, which you can get to by simply bringing the thrust levers. That's where mine is configured, by the way, for the Boeing. You bring it down to where it feels like it's stopped, and then you press
Reverse
through.
unlocked.
You see, you hear Linda just said reversers unlocked. Okay, so that is button 5 and 6 over there that's linked to my levers. And those are the commands that we use. Toggle thrust reversers 1 and 2. Set them up appropriately on those buttons. And then what happens, I'll show you. Once we press through, you see the reversers lift up. And once we press through, they go and lie down. Now, they're not going to do anything until we actually have, the systems running and hydraulics and everything is going. But basically, you're going to activate them like that. Then you just obviously move your thrust levers forward and the magic happens. And then you bring it back again to just disconnect it. And there we're back to ordinary thrust levers. Okay. There's nothing much to it. Now, the reason I do that is these little thrust reverse levers, which looked so good and worked so good in the beginning on my Bravo throttle quadrant, they're broken. And it's because inside of the throttle quadrant, the actual wires, the connecting wires snapped off. They're broken. Okay. Hello, Sebastian. Welcome. So they snapped off. So I can't use my little toy levers on top of my throttle levers. And that's why I had to go for these buttons, number 5 and 6 over there. You understand? So hopefully that helps somebody. Then the other thing, in version 6.9, VNAV Alt is broken. So if you go to your auto flight, for you to get your automatic descent in the cruise level, just switch it to no. So VNAV Alt is not installed. So you're going to fly like Ryanair, basically. They're famous for not having VNAV Alt in. Hope they don't mind me mentioning them, but there you go. That's how they fly. Obviously, in the version I've got, Zibo fixed that problem. This is version v6.10a, as you can see there, right? So it's fixed here already. But what they've picked up now is in the VNAV alt system, in that piece of the code, they found other little niggly bugs, okay? So it's not showing the FMA correctly, and it's not going into the correct mode. And one of the things I actually watched Sasso test just now was altitude intervent. And as long as you have VNAV alt enabled, alt intervent is not working correctly. Okay, so that's what they're working on right now, just for your information. So, Tommy, you say you've got the same problem, but you have it configured the same way as mine. Okay, next one. Next thing then. Have you considered under hardware your throttle noise lock? Do you have anything there? Do you have your ATN gauge lock throttle? Because you can see mine is on. Mine worked, but I also have noticed on the forum that some of the guys say that thing is also not working too great. So maybe try it with off, put the value in there. Maybe. I don't know. Tommy, that's where you're not sure. The interface for TR in the EFB. My G throttle. Oh. Oh. Well, Kev, why don't you go and tag Zibo on the forum? Just tag him and tell him, explain him the situation and ask him if he would mind adding that for you. I mean, while he's busy with it now, do it now. While he's in the subject. Because usually when Zibo moves off a subject, it takes a while to circle back to a subject. So go maybe mention it to him now. It might be worth your while to do it in the Explain 12 subthread, or otherwise, obviously, because you're going to tag him, he's going to get it, right? So put it in the Home Cockpit Builder section as well. That could help. Don't do both, but, pick one. Hello, Neil. Welcome. Okay, Tommy, sorry, man. No, well, he's redefining the code and refining it the whole time. So far, so good. Let's quickly get some power on this thing. Let's have a look, see what happens. See, now that the hydraulics is on, this actually works. I pull it straight to the back, then it disengages. Now we're back in throttle. Then I pull it straight to the back through the detent at the bottom, and then we're in thrust reversers again. So for me, it clearly works. The other thing is maybe just recalibrate your throttle in Explain, eh? Try see if that helps also. Maybe. Who knows? Okay. Top of descent didn't work. Yeah, we know. Yeah, 6.9. If you have VNAV alt installed, Scotsman, I just told the guys here just before you came in. If you have VNAV alt installed, just switch it to no. All right, that's all you need to do. Hello, Mattia. Welcome. Great. Okay. So, we're making some progress. Gents, I'm going to quickly mute you guys, and I'm going to just go ask Zibo how far he is, if there's any light in the tunnel. Otherwise, we're going to go fly, because this obviously has issues, but I can work around them. Okay, just bear with me quickly. Okay, I promise you guys, I can't get a word in between Sasso and Zibo. The instructions are going all over the place there. So yeah, Mattia, yes, that's good news because it means that there's a little bit more code that Zibo put in, eh? So excellent, excellent. Tell you what, one of the things that we had a lot of fun with, and you being a real pilot, you'll understand, is Zibo incorporated the effects of high density altitude on the Zibo mod a long time ago. And it was fun the first time we took the guys into the mountains in Peru, and the density altitude climbed above 12,000 foot, and the guys couldn't take off, and they couldn't, get in the air. And it was fun to see that. So one of those little nuggets that Zibo puts in there, making it more real. I don't know if you saw this already, but you'll know this probably from the real aircraft. But check the FMC, check that light, check the delay. It's like the real one. As Zibo showed us yesterday, he was so proud of that. That's not like the real one. Yeah, he likes putting in things like that. So anyway, okay. I'm going to get going. If they stop me halfway, they stop me halfway. We'll see what happens. And we can at least show you guys top of decent work, and if I pick up something else, we can mention it to them. But I can hear there's big commotion there happening already. LHBP. I think it's LATI we're going to. Let's just see. LATI, export. Fix that thing at the top quickly, that little bar. Right. Get rid of that. Oh, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I remember in the beginning, Zibo made a statement on the forum, and the people laughed at him. He said he's going to make the most realistic 737 ever. And the people laughed at him. I'm having fun doing it. Ooh, let's quickly have a look. I don't know. I never saw anything in any of his notes that he worked on that or that it should work differently. We can go have a look just now. Maybe you found a bug. I'm just saving my Avi tab quickly. What do you mean they work differently? Oh, they're not switching. They're not switching. I wonder if it was after the work they did on that panel the other day. Let me just put that in the dev room quickly. Zibo. The flight. Okay, there you go. Need to press the black button to change them. Yeah, no, I don't think that is how it works. This is supposed to be the on-off switch, and that's the options over there. Something got confused. Thanks for that, Scotsman. I haven't used them in ages, man. Right, so at our destination, we now have the DME approach. Seven. No, we don't want to confuse people. Right, I haven't actually done my flight planning. I don't have an OFP from flight planning yet. Maybe we should do that too. Right, okay, so let me go grab Edge. You put the @ sign and then you type slowly, ZIB, and by the time you get to O, there should be a tag underneath and you click on it. And then you've got Zibo tagged. It's the best way to get hold of him. You can't send him emails. You can't get hold of him any other way. I promise you. That's the best way an end user can get his attention. Uncle John, I tried to get a word in there, but it was impossible. What can you tell me?
No, you did right.
Yeah.
They're coming down anyway. And Zibo's going to come down shortly.
Okay. Is he coming here?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So which cameras are not working, Nico?
Uncle John, let me share my screen quickly.
Okay. Let me look.
These ones.
Okay, I'm looking.
See, I can switch the switch, but they don't change the view.
I've never used that.
Well, you should. I mean, how do you know where Escobar is or not? I mean, you need to see him sometimes.
No, but as I said, I've never used it. Don't even know how to use it.
Plausible deniability. That's actually good, sir. Don't worry.
How do you use it?
So, okay, it's an option in the EFB that you need to switch on. And then that black button over there, that's power. And then you're supposed to switch between them. There's 3 views, okay?
Okay.
But multiple pictures. So if the doors are open, you'll see the door is open. If the door is not open, you see there, look, it's changed now. See,
Okay.
there's a door.
So what have I got to change in the EFB?
I don't know. Let's have a look. See, I think it's under visual effects. No. That is a good question. Realism. I don't know. Maybe general? No, flippin' neck. Okay, let's go for this one. No. Systems. Why do you ask such difficult questions?
Displays?
The most obvious one, and I skip it, you know? Let's see. Nope. You know, there was a time that I used to know these things off by heart. I could tell you in a second where everything was. Now I don't know. Back on systems, Dave. You think it was there? Okay, let's go have a look at Aspirate. Multimode, cell call. Oh, there, flight deck camera. Thank you, Dave. You're the hero.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Hey, Sasso.
Hello.
Yeah, I tried to get a word in between you and Zibo just now, but it was impossible, man. Sounds like
I
you
know,
were
man.
working quite hard, eh?
Yes, we did. And he knows about the switching problem, so he's going to fix it as well.
Okay. What switching problem now? The camera thing? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
Mac.
Hello, you've been raided.
Oh, thank you very much. Last night I was sitting here all alone, so it's about time you guys showed up today.
Like, show some respect to the boss. Wonderful.
Is there a click sound that we can use so that you can say it's been photobombed?
Well, you can use these ones that you shouldn't show Hakan.
Like this one.
Yeah,
That's it. We joined the streaming.
Yeah, there's a couple. Crickets too. Yeah,
Um,
anyway. Ooh,
I
yes.
love this.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I presume Zibo is going to write a new fix, but it can take a half an hour or more.
He's already writing.
Okay, all right. So it
Yeah.
could take 5 minutes.
Start the flight. Start the flight.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna
wait.
start the flight now. I'm gonna start the flight. Okay, so I'm still in the planning phase anyway. So
Okay.
just bear with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight with my X-Plane 12 to see why he's so rubbish with the performance.
Yeah, you need a new PC. That's the big story.
Absolutely. I know. I know.
Right, so I'm gonna do DME VOR DME approach with Ian at the other end, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we've got flight level 310. Okay.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Hello, Alex. Yeah. It's not just him, it's everybody, yeah. And Tali Sasso and the other pilots, yeah. Wow, these guys. You did good, eh? You did good, guys. Wow.
Going mental.
Mhm.
Until we have a stable thingy.
Mm.
Have you had the chance, Nico, to tell the guys about the new FCC?
No.
New FCCA and FCCB?
No, I haven't really gone into much detail because
Okay.
you see the problem is because we're still testing. If I say something and it doesn't show on screen, there's going to be somebody on the stream that says, look, he lied.
Yeah.
But you tell them, please tell them, take the floor, tell them while I'm setting up.
Yes, so gents, I don't know if you ever noticed, but if you didn't, then it's a good time to start. We have two independent FMC, which are called FCC as well. So the FMC is the way we interact with them through the keyboard and let's say the computer. But behind that, there is a mind, and the mind is called FCC. So FCC A, which is the one that Nico is using at the moment, the captain side, and FCC B, which is on the FO side. Now, believe it or not, FCC A is going to interact with command A, and FCC B is going to interact with command B. This is the first thing. The second thing is the FMA. The FMA is your best friend during any flight or any maneuver with the 737. Mr. Boeing used to say, nowadays we call these things in front of our eyes PFD, primary flight display. So the primary flight display is a word which is used by Airbus, not by Boeing. The real name of the Boeing is the EADI, so Echo Alpha Delta India, which stands for Electronic Attitude Directional Indicator. And above that, there is the fantastic FMA. That's it. Those three windows, let's say three small windows, speed, roll, and pitch, left to right. And Mr. Boeing used to say, live and die by the ADI, to show the importance of looking at any time, any maneuver you do, look in the FMA, because that will tell you what the autopilot or the flight director is giving you. And another thing that I use, and I still remember from my old days during the training, is the MCP. So all the fancy lights and fancy number you can get in the MCP is only what you want. So MCP altitude, I want to climb, VOR lock, armed. Yes, I would like to have the VOR lock engaged at some point. So I would like to intercept the localizer. Approach mode armed. I would like to have VOR lock and glide lock at some point. So the MCP is what you want at some point, but what is giving you real information and what is saving your life is the FMA. So the MCP will be what you want. The FMA is what you have. And that's why it's so important to always look at it. Always look at the FMA. Now you will see that with two different FCC, two independent FCC, FCC-A and FCC-B, the FMA may change. And that's because when you set up something on one side, then technically the SOP of the company are exactly in place to mirror the left side with the right side and vice versa during the briefing, during the pre-departure briefing, and so on. Because if you don't do that, actually the two FMA are going to say something different, because probably there is something different in the FMC, and the FMC are independent. So now this is what we can see. We can see two different FMA, and if we engage the command A or B, command A is going to take the information from the FMA on the captain side. Command B is going to take the information from the FMA on the first officer side. So gents, be really careful now, because now the Zibo is getting into a new level of realism, exactly as it is with the real baby. So live and die by the ADI, look at the FMA. Anytime you want to do something, if the aircraft is not doing what you want, don't look at the MCP, look at the FMA. Simple example, if the MCP is with the alt hold button green, so illuminated, and you change the MCP altitude, you can change how many times you want. The aircraft is not going to move. Look at your FMA in front of your eyes. You're going to see that the pitch mode is alt hold. This means that you have to change the mode, and then the aircraft will do what you want. So this is the simple example that they use at the type rating. Sorry, Nico.
No, you're good. I managed to get a couple of bites of my dinner in while you were talking. That was marvelous. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Trim up.
Our electricity is off again, so I was given a plate of food that was rapidly cooling, and there's no way of cooling it again. So I had to make a plan. And you came at the right time.
You see, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is also one of the reasons that the flight simmers need to understand why we put the course values both sides,
That's
and
it.
why we put the ILS values both sides, and you
If you
don't just
think
fly on one.
that's why we have SOP.
Mhm.
Okay, the SOP in any company, or actually even the SOP by Boeing. Okay, so I'm not talking about any specific company, but already the SOP given by Boeing, the standard operating procedure, are in place exactly for this reason. Because 99% of the time, we are gonna need a mirror between captain and FO. The left side has to be identical to the right side, and vice versa. Otherwise, we are gonna lose the safety factor of being together in the flight deck, because the other person doesn't know what is actually doing the aircraft. So, it's really, really important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. I'm just checking that I did everything. I remembered my ACARs as well. Okay, that is correct. Hello, Vasilos. Hello, Jerry. Right. I've got a strange feeling we are very close to this runway. There's the runway over there. Yes, that is true.
Ground
Okay.
cockpit.
Another
Please show me
thing,
where you
if
want to
I
go.
can, Nico,
Mm,
from what I just wrote in the Zibo chat.
mm.
So,
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
again, another level of realism, which was already implemented into the Zibo, but now is getting to an extra level of realism. When we talk about VNAV, okay, now the aircraft, it wasn't also before, but even more now, is able to replicate two different configurations which are available on the real aircraft. One is called VNAV alt. So now you have to be careful when you check if the system is working, because VNAV is now divided into two
Okay, all doors
systems.
and hatches are closed.
One
Ready
is
to connect.
VNAV, let's say, simple one, okay, which is either divided in common VNAV and basic VNAV. And then we have VNAV alt, which is an option, which is selectable into the FB. And, so we have to be careful. Generally, the use of VNAV is the same, but it's just a small difference between the behavior of the FMA, basically, because all it does is change something in the FMA. But just to give you the idea, now we have a VNAV alt, and that's it. So just have to be careful with this. Because I just saw is VNAV not working. No, I mean, no VNAV not working, is only the VNAV alt beats.
Yeah. So you want me to fly with VNAV alt off for this flight?
So VNAV alt off, we know is working. VNAV alt is stalled, is with some problem, and it's already being under work in progress.
Okay,
so maybe it's better to have. Let's say. So I will show you, gents. So what Nico is doing what he just did in the configuration panel is which the VNAV alt is told to know. So this means that we're gonna have as a pitch mode at some point during the flight, Alt hold. And I'm gonna show you maybe what timing.
Yeah, no, you just direct me.
Yeah.
I'm here for the test flight.
Okay.
We're not here for for just one direction flight. You know?
Yeah.
Hello, Flight Simulator X. I clicked the wrong thing.
Flight deck door.
The wrong thingy.
Yeah, for Linda. I did not want
Closed
to
and locked.
speak while you're speaking because that's rude, you see. Then I
Fuel.
went and I clicked on the option, but I obviously
6,699
misclicked.
on board.
My fault, boss.
No, nothing about a fault. You need to talk. You need to do yours.
Pumps on. Passenger signs. On.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Window.
Flight Simulator X. Oh, she's waiting for me again.
Locked.
Oops.
MCP.
I hate this.
Speed 149. Heading 127. Altitude 31,000. Takeoff speed.
Let's just say abort.
All commands and checklists aborted.
Before start procedure.
V1 140. V rotate 141.
Oh, she's still going.
V2 149.
As long as he does not get stuck, that's all I.
CDU pre-flight.
Let's get going.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Thank you, Zibo.
Before start procedure complete. Ready
Start
for
number
before
2
start
engine.
checklist.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda.
She is so kind.
When she wants to be.
Yeah. While you do this, Nico, and you are getting in the air, I'll just go busy for a couple of minutes and then I will be back, huh? I will
Okay.
just mute myself.
25 and 2.
Alright.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Hello, Krister. Oh, yeah, that
Disconnecting
reminds
tow.
me.
Stand by.
The change log is too big. I couldn't pin it. Hold on. I'll give you the change log now.
Starter cutout.
I'm going to divide it into 2 posts. So just give me a second to post both before somebody chats again in text. Please, guys. That's the first half. That's the second half. So that is what Zibo changed now in this version. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Hose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, Mr. Pushback guy.
$25 and 2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Oh yes, I wanted to check my landing altitude. I never did that. Right. 9310. Everything looks fine thus far. Quick check. Right. Okay, Flight Simulator X.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 5 set. Taxi lights on.
Krister, you know how it is. It was working until Sasso and Zibo sat together, and then the sparks flew, literally. I promise you. Zibo's busy making the next fix. Promise you. It's unbelievable to watch these two guys work together. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Nico,
Yeah.
are you happy to do the takeoff from the center view, like
Yeah.
from the observer view?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to tell the people about the lights. So, gents, you're gonna see something happening now, and this was a bit, just a little bit wrong at the beginning with the previous version. Now, you have to remember this: in any Boeing aircraft, well, in the 737, let's talk about the 737. The takeoff mode is not automatic, of course. We are not gonna see any 737 for now taking off with the autopilot. And so the takeoff mode is a flight director mode. Okay, it means that first of all, Nico, if you can disengage the auto throttle, please, and disengage the flight director on the FO side. So if you have this situation and then you try to arm the auto throttle, it armed, okay. But you have a single flight director. Now try to switch both flight director off. Disconnect the auto throttle. Okay. So basically the auto throttle is, well, let's say the toga mode is a flight director mode only. So you need two flight director and you need, of course, the auto throttle arm. This is the first thing. Now, if you want to switch it back, Nico. So because we are gonna fly with the flight director on the left side as the master one, initially, upon pressing toga, you are gonna see that both flight director are gonna have the MA light, so the master light on. This is normal And this is because this is saying to you that toga mode is engaged and this is a flight director mode only. So both flight director are master of each other, let's say. So it's to enhance the safety of the system. Then at some point, especially at 400 feet AGL, so 400 feet radio altimeter, the toga mode is gonna finish, and so you will see that the flight director will have only one master light, and this is gonna be on the master that was pre-selected on the ground. So it's gonna be the captain side. Okay, this is the first check. Let's go, Nico. You can arm LNAV and VNAV. I just want to say this because I mean, nobody's gonna check this, but this is how it is in the real baby.
Well, of course. I was bragging before you came about the detail that you guys are putting in here that only real pilots really will know. And this is just one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just want to get my alignment straight here on this tiller, and then we'll go back there and do our thing. Now she's very sensitive. Get the right view. Sorry guys, let me just try like that. I suppose that's about the best I can do now. Alright, so we're going.
Yeah.
Stabilized.
Toga.
So you see toga, we are gonna have N1, so looking at the FMA, N1, heading select, toga, and then we have armed, LNAV and VNAV.
Thrust set.
In the MCP, that's exactly what we have. And look at both flight director. Both flight director have the master light on. This is normal because we are in toga mode during takeoff. Okay. Throttle hold as a speed mode in the FMA above 84 knots.
V1. Rotate.
Here comes the rotation. Now look what happened at 50 feet radio.
Positive
So
rate.
50 feet radio, LNAV is engaged, so LNAV becomes green in the FMA. In the MCP, we have initially no light, and then above 400 feet, we are out from the toga mode. So now we have normal light, LNAV and VNAV in the MCP. And if we look at the FMA, we have a VNAV speed in this case during the climb. Throttle mode, so the speed mode is arm white, and this is normal for takeoff. Also, above 1,500 feet, which is the the reduction climb altitude, which is set in takeoff page 2, the speed mode is going to change to N1 into the FMA, and as we can see in the MCP, we have now N1 illuminated. And in fact, if we look above the N1, we have a climb, which is saying to us, you are now in climb thrust. So this is the toga mode explained, the takeoff mode.
Okay, well, that was more difficult than I thought to take off like that, I promise you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's because you don't have the classic view.
Yeah.
The autopilot,
Yeah,
is
it
connected
doesn't want
for some
to be
reason.
on. Yeah, it doesn't want to be on. Not sure why. No, I didn't bump it, so...
Yeah. That's fine, Nico. You can go back to the normal view. Huh? It was just to check the MCP light during the takeoff.
No problem. Swifty, welcome. Yeah, learn your radio
Flaps
phraseology.
set.
You know, that's the biggest thing. If you want to fly in VATSIM, learn to speak like a real pilot so you can communicate with the guys. That's the biggest tip of all. Okay, the co-pilot is for X-Plane. It's made by Jar Design, and you just have to find one that works with your aircraft, so you can buy them from the X-Plane store. You know, and then you just get what you want. No, it doesn't work that way. No. If you're doing shared cockpit in X-Plane, I don't know if anybody else does it in 2020 or so, but in X-Plane, there's no co-pilot going to be in that seat and press buttons on behalf of someone else. If the person presses the buttons, you'll see the button press happen and the actions will follow. But
Approaching transition.
that's not how it works. This is all, call it, entry-level AI kind of thing working on its own.
Transition altitude. Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Okay, so while she's climbing, I'm gonna have a very cold steak.
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Hello. This was
So, Nico,
sorry, yeah?
is the 310 your final level?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, gents, please set Nico 200 in the MCP altitude. Okay, so now we are gonna check, gents, what happened to our FMA if we have an intermediate level off. Let's say ATC told us that we cannot climb to 310 because we have traffic above, so we have to stop our climb at level 200, okay? So we set a 200 in the MCP altitude. We are still climbing in VNAV speed, as you can see in the FMA. And now look what happened when we are approaching VNAV, when we are approaching the level, so level 200.
Swifty, this bezel was made specifically for me by the guy who made all the different airline versions. So you'll have to put it on yourself or ask, nicely to this guy on the org forum to do it for you. Okay, I'm at 20. It's going to level off. There we
Okay.
go.
So look, gents, this is with VNav Alt not installed. So bear in mind this, VNav Alt not installed. We are still in VNav, okay? And we can see that the MCP light VNav is still green, illuminated. But most important, the FMA is saying this to us. Because we have FMC speed as a speed mode, which means that it's taking information about the speed from the FMC. That's all it's saying to you, which means highest level of automation. And the pitch mode is alt hold. And it is alt hold because we are not at the cruise level. We are at an intermediate restriction, okay? So that's why we have alt hold and not VNav path. Now, how we continue the climb? So let's say that ATC at some point comes to us and says, Skymatix 1, you are clear now to start your climb again, climb level 250. So we put 250 there, and look what happened. We went into the so-called pure alt hold. The pure alt hold is, starting from the FMA, MCP speed. So basically now he's saying to us, my dear pilot, the speed that you want is now governed, is now controlled by the MCP. And in fact, the speed window open up. Then we have, as a pitch mode, still alt hold as before, but now I call it the pure alt hold because we have vertical speed armed. And in fact, if we check on the MCP, alt hold button is now illuminated. VNav light is extinguished. This means that we are now completely away from VNav. That's why, gents, is so important. Always, always, always check the FMA. Check the FMA. Because now, it's not a bug that the aircraft is not climbing. It's not a bug. It's not Zibo broken. This is the FMA telling you. You are in alt hold. You can either use vertical speed, you can either use level change, or, if you want, just press VNav, and you are gonna see in the FMA that you are in VNav. So just press it, Nico. That's it, gents. Look at the FMA now. Look at the FMA. N1. So thrust is increasing towards the green limit calculated by the limit page in the FMC. And the pitch mode is now VNav speed. So now we are climbing. VNav light is back green in the MCP, and the Zibo is working again. You see? So always, always, gents, double check your FMA. It will tell you there what's going on in the aircraft mind. And at the end, it's not the autopilot flying the aircraft. It's the flight director giving information to the autopilot. Okay, don't get wrong this. It's not the autopilot giving information to the aircraft and flying it. It's you as a pilot controlling the flight director, and the autopilot, all he will do, the autopilot is stupid. Okay? The autopilot is a stupid system because all he does, he follow the flight director pitch and roll bar. That's all he does. If you put that pitch and roll bar against a mountain and you engage the autopilot is gonna fly that 2 bar. That's it. Okay? So just be careful with that. FMA will control the flight director. The autopilot will follow what the flight director is saying to him. Okay? That's the sequence. Not the other way around. That's it, really. Now, Nico, you have that point in front of you in the navigation display there. If you go in the legs page, just put for me, please, 260 as a stop level at KEROP. So at the moment, we are planning to cross that point at 270. Now let's say ATC told us you have to stop at 260. Now, set 300 or 310 in the MCP altitude, please. That's it. So now we have MCP altitude climbing to the final, 310. But in the legs page, we have an altitude, or actually a level restriction of 260 at that waypoint. Okay? Now, because we are climbing in VNAV, and that's the beautiness of the system, as I told you before, VNAV is the highest level of automation, because VNAV is going to take information from the FMC climb mode and legs page in terms of vertical profile. So if we put a restriction, as we just did, 260 at that level, VNAV is so good and is gonna calculate this. It's gonna take into account this restriction. Yeah, we should be able to see it. We have 10 nautical miles to go from the point. So look what happened now in the pitch mode. At the moment we are climbing, we are in VNAV speed. So what he's saying to you, VNAV is pitching to maintain a speed 310 thanks to N1, which is the maximum thrust set there for climb in the N1. Okay, that's the reading. Now look what happened. We are approaching 260 and we have 6 miles. Look, VNAV path. So the aircraft is leveling off. Is not a bug, is not broken. That's the beautiness of VNAV. Talking to the FMC legs page, vertical profile, so the far end to the right. We put 260 as a stop level. So now he's maintaining this. So we got FMC speed. So again, he's taking information from the cruise page. So actually, if you press VNAV, Nico, in the FMC, that's the target speed, 310. So that FMC speed is telling you I'm taking the information from the FMC, which is 310. And then VNAV path is saying I'm maintaining a path restriction, a legs restriction, which is 260. Now we cross the point, you see, in the navigation display we switched to the new point, TORTO. So the restriction is out. VNAV, without touching anything, will start again the climb. And that's exactly the beautiness of the system. That's why sometimes I tell the people, just go down a level of automation, because LNAV and VNAV are fantastic friends when you do what is planned in the FMC. But when in the real world you have traffic, you have delay, you have ATC calling you and giving you speed, the rate of descent, the rate of climb, etc., then, you know, the ideal world that we have in the FMC is not always so easy to follow in reality. So that's why sometimes, if the aircraft doesn't do exactly what you want, just go down a level of automation. Try level change if you need to climb quickly. Then assess the situation. Check what's going on, look at the FMA, look at the legs page, look at the climb page, and then, when you are happy, re-engage VNAV at an appropriate time. Don't just die with the VNAV. No. You have level change, you have vertical speed. Those are basic mode. Okay, that's a medium level of automation. Okay? So that's the beautiness of the system. Sorry, Nico, I just want to show them this.
Sasso, I promise you a lot of people are here just because you are talking.
Okay. Okay.
Don't be sorry. We're all learning still, and it's nice to see, you know, in action what you guys have been, you know, trying to get right behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's the system at the end. So
yeah,
that's what we need.
Very nice. Hello, Thunder.
Oh, Nico.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, so far so good. Hey, Peter. Hello, Idai. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but I couldn't interrupt Sasso. So welcome from Israel. Sasso,
Yes, boss.
which system is currently worldwide, to your knowledge? I mean, you can't know everything, but worldwide, in your knowledge, the most used, VNAV Alt or without VNAV Alt?
Well, that's just a company
1000
optional
to level
feature.
off.
I
In
know.
terms of safety layer, it's absolutely the same. Nothing is going to change in the way you operate, okay? It's just a button, an extra button to be pressed. To keep it simple, gents, VNAV Alt, I don't want to spoil what you're going to see in the new version, but if you have, as you saw in this case, when we level off and we have VNAV Alt not installed, then the pitch mode is going to become Alt Hold. And then as soon as we change the MCP altitude, then we are going to go in the pure Alt Hold. So we have to physically go into to press the button of VNAV to start the climb again. What VNAV Alt does, it doesn't switch into Alt Hold. In other words, when you level off at an intermediate level, you are going to have VNAV Alt as a pitch mode. And then when you change the MCP altitude, then it will remain already in VNAV Alt. So all you have to do is press Alt Intervent to restart the climb or the descent. So in terms of operation, it's not really much of a change. So I don't know, to be honest. The default Boeing is with Alt Hold system, which is not Alt Hold system. It's just the default VNAV, let's call it this way. And then VNAV Alt is something more and optional.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
but that puts it into perspective, because I was wondering, you know, now I know.
Yeah.
VNAV Alt is the new optional thing, but the way we're flying it now, this is default.
It's the
Boeing.
same. It's the same thing. Yeah, totally.
But with minute differences. Anyway, I agree with you, Rob. This is easier learning it this way than to go read a manual. I hate reading manuals. Hello, HD Simulation. Yeah, so, I don't know how far this thing is from top of descent. 186. Absolutely, Kev. Ooh, Zibo is busy compiling 10B, guys.
I can tell you, I have to stop him. Wait, Zibo, where are you, Zibo? Yeah. I will rejoin in a second, Nico. I will be back.
Go talk to him.
Where is Zibo?
Sure, you must come join us here on Discord. That goes for everybody watching the stream, okay? Remember, we're just humans. We're just people like you, okay? We do have maybe a special position in this project, but we're just human. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, come here, come make friends here. There's an old saying in the world, you've got to take part of something to become part of something, okay? So come take part of the whole system here, this whole big family. Become friends here. And I promise you, you're going to learn much more on Discord than just what you see here. This is just where we showcase and where we share the videos and things like that. But if you want to speak to the real pilots. Okay, no, that's fair enough, sure. But you know what I'm saying? In principle, we here, the real pilots are here. Zibo, you're not going to talk to. Okay, he doesn't interact socially. So if you see him, say hello. Yeah, he'll probably say hello back, but that's not what his function is here. So you know, say hello, talk to us. Let me see, Andy, you're looking for me. Good one, Uncle John. Good one. Right, Scotsman. We didn't test it, Scotsman, but I mean, it's fixed now. Obviously, it's fixed now. Thank you, whiskey. We can talk a price. I can work in Bahraini currency for a change. And it's like 50 times stronger than the dollar the last time I looked. I think it was Bahrain. I don't know. But we're not working in dollars anymore, buddy. So, you know, we can talk. You're welcome. Yeah, Peter, we miss you, man. Same. I hope you're feeling better. That it goes better for you. You're welcome, Tango Whiskey. Yeah, no. As far as I know, it's been fixed. If you scroll up in the comments here, you should find... Ooh, that's a kick in the pants. You should find the change log. I can't remember even if it's in there. Let me just quickly see. Just scroll up there. I think VS was mentioned. I might be wrong. There's a whole bunch of things.
BS has been fixed now. It was a problem not with vertical speed itself, but with the mouse wheel. So if you use the arrow, okay, it was maybe okay. But if you use the mouse wheel, then it was bugged. It's been fixed now. And again, this is as per real aircraft. So now, gents, sometimes you have to do, it's very rare, but in some places you still have to do a vertical speed approach. Okay, so you're going to manually select the rate of descent. Now, the procedure is that approaching the descent point in your legs page, you are going to set the missed approach, so you are in alt hold, so your FMA is saying alt hold, and then you are going to select the MCP altitude to your go around altitude, which usually is going to be above that level, that altitude, and vertical speed is going to go armed just below alt hold, as it was before during the streaming. Now, vertical speed will be able, okay, to descend. So even if the MCP altitude is set above the airplane current altitude, vertical speed will still be able to command a descent, not only a climb but also a descent. Because as you can understand, this is fundamental to complete a vertical speed approach.
Yes.
Now, I have 10B, so I will have to test this.
Yeah, big kick in the pants that, eh? And there we've got the bomb out again. Oh, my X-plane just crashed.
Oh no.
I just want to quickly get this on video here.
That's
And I want it.
wind again.
Yeah, it's something with the wind.
Are you flying with xEnviro on at the moment?
Yes. I just want to send it over there quickly. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's not a big loss. We're getting 10B now, so we're gonna play with 10B then. Control V. Again. Just quickly. Oh no, I can't even do that. Okay, I'm just gonna close. Explain now. It's not telling me the world. Thank you. I can't remember my last waypoint now, and now my arrow isn't on my map anymore. Damn it. I don't suppose any of you can remember what the last waypoint was. There's no way of me checking now.
Wait. Don't close the streaming.
No, I'm not
Your
closing
last
streaming.
waypoint where? When the crash happened.
I've got it.
Okay.
I can do this.
You were inbound to Torto at 50 nautical miles from Torto, more or less.
Yeah. I just want to try see if I can take a screenshot here. Shift print screen. Hang on. Do it this way. Shift. Can you spell me that thing? Sasser?
Yeah. What you need?
Spell me that waypoint.
The waypoint. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just rewinding your streaming. Give me a second. So you were inbound the point after KEROP, which is a Tango Oscar Romeo Tango Oscar.
Tango,
And the
Oscar,
crash
Romeo,
happened.
Tango, Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah, Torto. The crash happened about 50 nautical miles on track 174 inbound to Torto. The actual wind displayed was 02421. Something similar.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sasha.
Pleasure.
Just logging it quickly while it's fresh. And I'm speaking to the developer in the background. Okay, so let's close that. Let's go to Zibo mod aircraft. 10B. Replace. Right. Close the speech recognition thing. Go. Hmm. Sasso,
Yes.
what is Zibo talking about here about the FD?
About the what?
FD, look in the debris, he's put the last
Yeah,
sentence.
you don't need the flight director on for takeoff. I have to double check this. Pretty sure you need the flight director on.
Okay.
Because the takeoff mode is a flight director only mode. So you need both flight director on takeoff.
Okay.
But that's to engage the toga mode. The actually arming of the auto throttle maybe could be done even without the flight director on. But if you press toga and the flight director are not on, then you're not going to have anything in the FMA.
Zibo's typing again.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Right, so there's 10B, so we did the update correctly.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring.
Have you read that updated comment, Sasso?
I mean, this is above 80 knots, you press toggle button, you don't need flight director on, otherwise you need both flight director on below 80 knots. Yes, perfect. Yes, yes,
So you agree with that?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
You guys are getting really technical now.
I am ready for electrical power up procedure.
Thank you.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting.
Hello Cap. Nice to see you again. Please remember to start the A cars.
It's on, Nani, it's on. Right. Zibo is obviously watching because he's answering you, Sasso. Hello, Zibo.
No, it's not here.
You don't see him
I mean,
here,
I'm
but he's on
streaming
the
here.
stream.
Oh, could be.
Yeah. We undo that again. Nope, we're not. So that's the problem. Alright. Let's get the light with it. Right.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Trim up.
Nico will be back. I have to show something to Zibo, eh?
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Iris position. Oh, that one is not. Ooh.
Before start procedure complete.
Screwed up
Ready
there.
for before start checklist.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Hope that's not a bug we just discovered.
N2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine. Start number 1 engine. Start number 1 engine.
Tow is disconnected
man.
and bypass pin has been
Starting
removed.
number 1
Hand
engine.
signal will
Thank
be on
you.
the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Settle just for a minute. Okay, switch him back on.
Flaps 5 set. N2.
No problem, Tommy. 100% enjoy. Stay well.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Ooh. Ow. Ooh. Goodness. Right, let's see. Oh, I was actually there, you dummy. So fixated on the one side. Completely ignore my peripheral vision. Right, so A and B is counting down, so let it just settle. There we go. Beans. Okay.
Can you stream to Discord, Nico?
I can stream to Discord, yes sir.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. I forgot I bombed out because I was streaming, eh?
I had to step away for a bit. When I came back, you were reloading. Is
Mm,
this B or still A?
no,
Taxi
this is
lights
now
on.
10B. And Sasso and Zibo sitting upstairs talking about C already.
Really?
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, this is my last flight with you, so I'll be taking off for a while.
Yeah, we're going to miss you.
No, you won't. I'll be back before you know it.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Before
Certainly
takeoff
hope so.
procedure.
I'll take some pictures and I'll share them with you.
Before takeoff procedure.
We'll see, Scotsman. Before we take off, I think the settings of mine have reverted me back to VNAV Alt, so I just want to go switch it off. Till the gentleman can assure us it's better, so I'm going to fly with it. Customize Alt off. Okay.
Stabilized.
Yoga.
Takeoff thrust set. Knots. Throttle hold.
Uncle John? Not here.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Thank you, Captain Neil.
Acceleration altitude. Flaps 1 set. Flaps up and set.
Perfect.
You got it now.
Yeah. VNAV Alt apparently is working now. It's doing the deceleration as expected to meet the target speed in the descent.
Alright, okay. Well, I switched it off still. I said until you guys tell me it's okay, I'm not going to use it.
No, keep using the basic alt hold, and then but we're getting there. Perfect.
Scotsman, if you could see me in the mirror right now, I've got a huge crash helmet on my head with this flight, I tell you. Got a bit scared in the first one. Rob, it is. It is. But you know what? We've had it here where he would make like 9 different fixes for us in 9 hours in one straight session. You know, Zibo, that is his record with me flying for him. So it happens.
Approaching transition.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
that last stream you did that crashed,
Yeah.
were you able to save the vid?
It's still the same video. It's still running.
Ah, okay. I was just thinking of the value of what Sasu did for everybody.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to get rid of it.
That's fine. That's fine.
There's more value to it also, Uncle John. I've given it to the developers of xEnviro as well to have a look at. And they said they're going to try see if they can reduce the problem as well.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, so we're eating a couple of birds with one stone here.
Excellent.
I wanted to tell you in the takeoff run just now, sir, Uncle John.
Tell me.
The winds, even though it was like 10 and 11 knots, my deflection on the ailerons was, I'm thinking 15 degrees maybe. It wasn't that much. I didn't have to roll into it like 90 degrees again. It's much better. Much better.
Superb.
Yeah. Okay, now I need to ask you guys a favor, people on stream, people on Discord. I need to go help my wife for 5 minutes downstairs, okay? Unfortunately, it's something I have to do. Can you guys just keep an eye on this? If it bombs, I'll be back in 5 minutes, then we can all cry together, but, you know, just keep an eye on it. If something happens, you can report back. Okay, but I need to go and help quickly. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. I have control again. Thank you, direct brakes. Sorry about that, guys, but now at least I have peace.
Linda said she didn't know what you were worrying about.
Is it?
Should have sorted it.
Woman. Maybe
Well,
she's qualified already. I'm still climbing. Okay. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Kev is here, Dr. John is here, Blogger Man is here, Stuart is here. That's nice. All the new faces and some old ones. Excellent. So, thank you, Andy, for the nice note.
Thousand to level off.
Nico 610B is 99% correct. We have only a small glitch that
Okay.
Zibo already knows about. So,
Okay, good.
and my major concern are my frame now.
Scotsman, Magnus has said 2 or 3 times already that is what they're busy working on. They're trying to get it to match 1.18, and then afterwards they're going to add some new features. I don't create fixed rings for top of descent, no, Krister. Never done it. Uncle John likes it.
I use them all the time.
Yeah. No, different Sasso, Kev. If he was Skuselkov, I would have taken him one side and I would have twisted his arm for better pushback and Raz to be fixed for 12. Hey, Sasso.
Yeah.
Oh. Look at Zibo. It's a quick fix, easy. Thank you, Zibo.
Fix the speed mode, FMC, FMC speed for max and 1 on AKIKA. Perfect. So they are in.
I've never seen it happen, what you're asking. Mm-hmm. It will come, Scotsman. Sometimes. Promise you. You don't know him. You walk past him, you'll never know. Big fingers, little keys. I know the problem. Hey, Andy, no problem. Enjoy and thank you for stopping by. Hello, Chuck. I'm not sure you can disable it in the Zibo. I don't think that function exists. Have you tried, Sasso?
How to disable the yoke stall warning? Campfire related procedure in case of a static profile. Chuck, there is the circuit breakers. Okay, the QRH actually will tell you during the airspeed unreliable non-normal checklist. Will tell you. It depends if it's the left side, so the captain side, or the right side, which is unreliable. Then the QRH will tell you where is the circuit breakers and how to pull it. So is in the circuit breakers at the moment. Is not simulated in the Zibo.
Whoa, there we go. Something happened there. That was something with xEnviro. Let me just get the aircraft under control quickly.
Oh.
Something with the weather there. I don't have any control. Like it's just not responding to me. Hang on. Yeah, there it goes again. Same place. Okay, so now it's definitely a bug in xEnviro. Damn it. Exact same place.
Yes. Same place, same baby.
Yeah, I want to quickly take a note here.
What's the log file saying? Again?
No, I don't know. Give me a second. I need to take all the screenshots quickly. Where is... Oh, I don't have other reference. No, I don't have any control over explain. I can't even move my view.
Can you go into the top menu and disable the plugin xEnviro?
Negative. No, it's dead. The whole explain is dead. Rob, the AutoOrtho is on, but now that everything is closed, I really can't say, whether it was actually showing or not. I just took it for granted it's showing. Yeah. Yeah, display capture. There we go. Sorry for the black screen there. I don't know what to say. Damn it. Not much I can do about that. Anyway, we had a good run. I'm actually not too sad. I don't have any issues. I'm not going to go rage quit and eat the pillows or something now. I mean, we did what we
Eat the
wanted.
pillow.
My son, when he gets really angry, he goes and he grabs a pillow and he beats it. I'm not there. No, I think we did well. Zibo's happy. We're happy. Yeah, I'm not going to test now. It's getting late. Hey, actually, hang on. It's not that late. We started early. We started
Do
early.
just a circuit, maybe. Don't do a flight.
Yeah,
Do just a circuit.
Yeah, I think let's do this. So let's go one step further, right?
Nico,
Yes, sir.
are you allowed to elaborate that last comment of Zibo online or not?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. If you read the whole thing, I'd rather not say anything.
You must explain to me later.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Stand by.
Spelling. Okay. Let's do this. Active Sky xEnviro is off. I haven't flown with Active Sky in a while. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Porto. You know the Porto story already?
You know the Porto.
Yebo, yes. Then we go and fly it. This is a quick circuit, so we might as well do one with VNAV Alt on and one with VNAV Alt off. Is that okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stay much time, so I will have to go in 10 minutes maximum.
Okay.
Yeah. But the real use of VNAV Alt or Alt is going to be when you do a long flight with the cruise and the send phase, okay? In the circuit, what you can simulate very nicely is the two independent FCC. So what you can do, you can select, for instance, an ILS approach, okay? And you can have, you're flying on the captain side, so you can have the ILS frequency on the nav1, but not on the nav2. And so you can see that with the master on the flight director on the command side, on the captain side, if you engage Vorlock, then you're going to have Vorlock on your side, which is actually following the localizer. On the FO side, maybe there will be Vorlock engaged because he's taking a radial or something, but he's not actually following the localizer. And then it will be quite clear with the approach selected that you are going to have a glide block capturing the captain side. On the FO side, there will be actually no even the glide block arm because it doesn't have the ILS frequency tuned in.
Gotcha.
So
well,
this is the two independent FCC.
In this circuit, I can also get a top-up descent. I can get a cruise phase, everything. Remember, I go to 11,000 foot and I fly my cruise.
Yeah, you can try. You can try.
I will. Okay, so between Scotsman and Christer, trying to arrange everything here. Okay, I just don't see myself doing that whole flight again. Not right now. I'm totally not happy with that flight. Okay, it's definitely an xEnviro problem. You have my word for it. It's if we fly the route again without xEnviro, we will get through. It's not a problem. Okay, that is a bug that I've seen before. Okay, then secondly, I mean it's 6:30 now. I really don't want to sit here for another 2 hours if Zibo and Sasso isn't here. Okay, because the whole point is for them to watch and learn and adjust and all these things. So um, it sometimes is better to fly vanilla. I agree with that. But in our instance here, we also want to see what happens when we fly a normal route. Okay. Sasso, when he does his flying and things, it's more vanilla probably than mine. And when the other pilots do it, but me, remember, I'm the voice of reason for the poor flight simmers. You see, so it's bound to happen that somebody needs to test these things. So, yeah, we try. We do what we can. Right. So now.
Guys, the wheels on board.
Yes, well, we're going to do Ian in this case. We can do, I think we can do the VOR here. I'm not sure if it's allowed. We can check. I know there is on one of the runways a VOR. Just not sure if it's going to be 3.5. But on 3.5, we can do Ian and we can do all kinds of other stuff. VOR again. So we
I really don't know what I can do more to fix my frame issue. It's strange because in the vanilla X plane, when I go around Turin, then I start to get bad frame and the CPU is struggle to load.
Yeah.
But if I stay around Bergamo, everything is perfect. So I don't understand what's wrong around Turin with the vanilla X plane.
No idea. Right, okay, so we've got VOR, DME, RNAV. They are both available on 3.5. Then we've got the VOR and ILS available. So I'm going to do the Ian first. I haven't done Ian in a while, so we're going to do that. Right, okay. Export that quickly. Export, in actual fact, let's call it a different name. LPPR 3.5. Probably. Make sure that's on idle. It's 5 over there.
Flaps 5 set.
Then. Come on. 18.7. I'm going to try remember 18.7. Oops. Wrong button. Stick. Quickly check. 0. Right, and 11 there. That's soon enough. Root was in it. Zero.
Trim up.
That was a good guess, just one out. Right, LNAV and VNAV can come on. Seatbelts on. Right, I'm not going to do any other fancy stuff. We're just going to fly now.
Stabilized.
Okay.
Takeoff thrust set. knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Acceleration altitude. Flaps 1 set. Approaching transition.
There you have your AutoOrtho again.
Flaps up and set.
Nico, unfortunately, I have to go now.
Okay.
Transition altitude.
Nothing. We keep in touch. We expect the new final version of 6.10.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Enjoy.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye bye.
Pleasure. Bye. Bye all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, Cesar.
No, good question. This is now 10B, and we're waiting for the final release of 6.10. But Zibo sent me a message. He says he's out now, so maybe when he comes back, he can work on it again. So we'll see. We'll see.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off. 1000 to level off.
Amazing how fast this aircraft can climb to 11,000. Just you're there. There you go, John. Right, so there you can see we are in the cruise, and it's very fast. It flies past, so we'll just go level and straight. Then I'm gonna start prepping for the descent again, because just about in the turn or just after the turn, the descent happens. And being an RNAV descent, the one thing you don't want is speed to run away. And I keep on saying it to myself and keep on teaching you guys, and then I sit here and I think of other things in the next moment. We just go, you know, rocketing down. But we'll try and behave now in this thing.
Ready for descent procedure.
Hold your horses, madam. Up 30. Go down 3,000. It's mandatory there. That one fix. So we'll go down there and we'll engage in before we have a problem there. Yep. Right, so frequencies, minimas, courses. Right, VREF, UNH, auto brake, speed brake, later. That's it. Ready for the descent. Okay, just for the record, I did not change the VNAV alt because that's the one that was obviously broken today for most people. Anybody, anyways, using VNAV alt, it is installed. I'm going to leave it to make sure that this thing actually descends on its own. It was funny to see all those complaints today. Sorry guys, apologies. John Mark, I'm not sure how to interpret your GPS mode, but I can tell you one thing. If you don't fly on the autopilot in this aircraft, you're going to get tired because you fly way too far, too long flights. Sometimes you're really going to get tired. So by definition, if you fly on the GPS / call it autopilot, that's the way this aircraft is flown. The circuit takes about 20-25 minutes to do, and that's why I usually come here to test, because it's got all the phases of flight, you know, and it's obviously got the RNAV and the VOR NDB as well as ILS, and once we switch LPV back on, we've even got LPV here. We can use WAS. What do they call it? EGNOS. In Europe it's called EGNOS, so we can use that here. So this airport is magnificent for testing and for quick circuits like this. You know, if you're in a hurry but you need your flight fix, you quickly come and do a circuit. It's easy. And you can actually fly by hand here as well. Oh, you just said it. There you go. Scotsman. You can hand fly it here, learn to control it better. EGNOS. Yeah, it's not eggnog, it's EGNOS. Paul, you're so quiet. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, well, I was going to say that you can only use eggnog around Christmas time. They set the numbers on the charts differently at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been doing a little bit of reading, trying to find out exactly what approach mode means and what happens when the plane goes into it. What's different before and after. And I haven't got very far, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, John Mark, that's a $12, spending you're gonna have to come up with on your own, man. You don't have to do the subscription every month, but if you get 4 or 3 of them at least once a quarter, every quarter, get one, then you'll be fairly okay. Probably not perfect, but fairly okay.
Approach top of descent.
It's just navigraph.com. Everything is there. I'm sorry, man. A stop of descent right in front of us.
Nico, could you show us the cruise page, please? Thank you.
Yeah, John Mark, just for the record, I don't think it's about special needs. It's about people asking for money. It's probably one of the most difficult things to do on Earth is to get money
Flight
out of
level
people.
100. Landing lights switches on.
Oh yes, ChartFox, that's a good idea. If he's a member of VATSIM, he can use ChartFox. Right, so we're obviously in VNAV common now, so I'm just going to pull back on the speed brake a little bit more just to increase the rate of descent there. Can't increase the speed because we're below 10,000 feet. We can definitely brake harder and dive faster. Thank you, Neil. Yeah.
Approaching transition.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure they've incorporated ChartFox now. When's the last time you tested it? And when's the last time you updated your AVI tab? Because I'm pretty sure if you choose your provider in there, you can. I'm speaking under correction. I might be totally wrong. That's why I'm asking. When was the last time that you checked?
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist. Flaps 1 set.
This is one hell of a steep descent. I've had to stay on my speed brakes the whole time. Still not letting go. Right.
Flaps 5
on.
set. Thousand to level off.
Okay. Right, so there is the anticipation cue. So here goes Ian. Right, so now we have a final approach course and a glide path. Go. Glide path is active. I'm having standby and we are getting closer. Fantastic.
Radio altimeter.
Nico, what's with the auto throttle flashing recently?
No
Even
idea.
though it's on the speed.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Zibo. Somebody else also asked me, and I had an idea. I thought I had an idea before, but I'm not so sure. No, I really don't know.
Certainly the real guys haven't mentioned it as being
Flaps 15
a
set.
problem.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing. Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
Yes, so it indicates thrust is in idle, but auto throttle is unable to reach the commanded speed in, I suppose, commanded speed in MCP.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's taken to flashing a bit when it's been on speed.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Taxi lights on.
So in other words, I think I agree with you, Paul. It's a bit oversensitive right now.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I won't go there.
Oh, I can imagine. But I'm gonna let it go down to the deck, and I want to see the
500,
autopilot
clear to
warning
land
and
runway
hear the
35.
autopilot warning.
400, approaching decision height.
Autopilot.
Minimum
Autopilot.
300.
See it now. Hear it.
200. 100.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
30, 20, 10.
I almost thought I was gonna hit the hard deck there. I forgot my auto throttle on. I'm looking around trying to get my finger on the button, trying to concentrate 10 million things at once.
Reverse unlocked.
Okay, there is a sequence issue there with the speed brake. The speed brake, I heard it went whoosh in the wrong time. The moment I moved my throttle forward, it landed, it came up, and then my reversers didn't kick in. Then I had to push
69.
throttles forward and pull back again to
Yes.
get the reversers going, and then
Great
it stowed
landing.
the speed brake.
You are professional.
Ah. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we made it. We proved the point that top of descent is working. I'm happy with that. And that's it. I don't think I can do much more than this. We'll have to wait for the final release and then listen to everybody finding issues again, you know. Fix that and we start again. Okay. Gents, I see we've got 39 people on stream. Thank you so much for watching. A lot of you obviously came in here at the end now. It's been a doozy. The first third of the video, I think, is the most important. The middle one wasn't really tuition. It was just a test. And then this one was also just to prove that it's mostly working. It's basically working. Okay. So the last couple of faults that we know of, Zibo will fix. He says here he'll try and compile it later tonight. Okay. The operative word is try. And then once he releases it, obviously I'll release my parts and get the torrents and the other stuff out to you. So thank you for watching. It's been a doozy. I mean, we've been here 2 hours and 49 minutes, so it's been a heck of a long time to sit here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. And Zibo, all the pilots, all the testers, and Nico, thank you very much. You guys have fun. We'll talk again.
Thanks for the stream.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.